Music is just one of those things, something that can bring people together from any background and any culture, a true universal language. Myself, I've been playing guitar for more than 2 decades. That's close enough, I don't need to age myself any further than that. But guitar and music, in fact, have been such an important piece of my life that it has truly helped shape the person I am today. Well, it's come full circle this morning for me as my career, music, and guitar have met at the crossroads, so to speak. Now at Peachjar, we get to work with some amazing community organizations doing really great work to help students achieve their social, academic, athletic, and personal goals. I'm headed out this morning to get to know one of these great organizations, and I'm looking forward to meeting Jason Land, the founder and owner of Guitar Ninjas. We will, of course, talk music, how important access is to enrichment opportunities to children, and how Guitar Ninjas is making a difference in their community. Now, through the years, Guitar Ninjas have helped thousands of students find their passion, and I'm super excited to meet them this morning. Hey, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Welcome.
So happy to be here.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you again for having me. I'm very excited to learn more about you, the program, what you have going on. We get to work with some really amazing community organizations through Peachjar. Guitar Ninjas is one of them. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Guitar Ninjas, and how you got started.
Sure. Well, first, thanks for being here, and we appreciate you. So my name's Jason, and I started Guitar Ninjas about 10 years ago, and it's become my life's work, and really the reason I get up every day. I absolutely love doing it and building it, and it's fantastic. So Guitar Ninjas at its core is an 8-level program. Think of it like karate for guitar, but now other instruments as well, where we award students milestone guitar picks based on skills that they learn. So at every lesson, they're learning a specific biomechanical skill or musical skill, and then they're putting that to test along with an actual song. Once they've acquired a certain amount of songs, then they reach a milestone, they get a pick, and it's proved to be really, really a successful method in not only client retention, but motivation. And the success of the students is really what keeps us going. It's really incredible to see.
That's so rad.
Yeah.
So what is it about music in particular that's so special? Why is it important to you and the team here to share the gift of music with the world?
Sure. So I always tell students and parents that come in that when you play a musical instrument, you can never have a completely bad day. You just so have like bad moments, right? Because like for me as a guitar player, I get behind the neck, and I'm sure you get it. It's an escape vessel, like you can be having a really bad day, and then you just get behind your musical instrument and you just transported.
Lost for hours.
Exactly. So to me, like if we can share that with as many people as possible and get them to have that gift for themselves, I mean, it's a superpower.
It's so true.
Yeah.
There's something about the wood, the strings, the music. It teleports you.
Yeah.
You can miss meals.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's dark outside. What am I doing? I should go do something, something else, get something to eat, or have some water. Because you can go hours and just play. That's the beauty of the guitar. Have you had that experience then with your students over the years? Can you share just the impact you've seen guitar and music in particular have on students that have come through Guitar Ninjas?
Yeah, I mean, that is hands down the reason I really do this is for when those moments, those transformative moments. I remember one specifically, a girl who's now one of our top students, super shy when she started, and she's in a program we have called Jam Club, which is a live event program for students. So she got on stage for the first time, and there was, I don't know, maybe a few hundred people out in the audience, and I'm standing side stage, and she's up playing her bass, and she's standing there, and you could just see on her face this recognition of, wow, I'm doing this. Like people are looking at me, and I'm entertaining them, and she just let loose and has not looked back since. And it's just there's story after story of kid or even adults that come in and work with us, and they just unlock this potential within themselves, and to watch them grow is really magic. It's why we do it, really, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen that in students over the years as well. Just it changes the course of their life.
Yeah, for sure.
It gives you access to just opportunities and experiences that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's impacted me pretty significantly, just playing music and guitar in particular. What about you? Have you seen an impact on your life personally because of your connection to music and the instrument?
To have music be my entire life, you know, I mean, I'm a business person now, but like it's involved in music. It's been an incredible journey. You know, I remember the very first time I picked up a guitar, the very first time was in maybe 6th grade, somebody had a guitar, and it was just like, I held it in my hands, and I literally went, and like, now I'm like, okay, that's terrible. But the first time I hit that, I was like, this is the greatest thing. So it's just been an absolute joy to like, know that every day I get to play, and now I turn it into a business, and it's just creative, and it's just super fun. Yeah,
totally awesome. That's amazing that you've had that opportunity, because I feel the same way, and it seems like a lot of the other players and people that are just into music in general have the same experience, where it just opens doors and pathways to new things. The fact that we're both sitting here today is because we play guitar.
Sure,
sure. If we hadn't picked up the instrument, say in 6th grade, and I want to say it was about 6th grade for me as well, where I had first picked up guitar and say, like, wow, that sounds so strange and so beautiful. It's altered the course of my life, and the reason that we're both here today is because of that moment. Probably back in 6th grade.
Totally, you have all these cool journeys along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is. That's what I really like. I figured out about music is like there's no end game. You know, it's really a journey, a constant journey.
You know, in Peachjar, we get to work with a lot of really great community organizations all across the country, and it's really fun getting to come out and meet the people behind the flyers. So, you know, like when as a PIO out at the school site, when I click approve on your flyer, when it comes across my screen and I'm saying, yes, go ahead and send this out to all 22,000 of my students, it means a lot to me to be able to meet the people like yourself behind what that mission is and the service that provides to the community at large, because it's really incredible work. And in that vein, like, we know science has shown that students that participate in after-school enrichment programs like Guitar Ninjas, like music or coding or robotics or math or tutoring, they do better not just in school, but throughout the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Secondary, post-secondary, career, the social and emotional skills that they learn, especially through music too. Like you had mentioned, performing on stage, like all of a sudden you step up there and there's a whole crowd and you realize, I'm doing this. This is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Those skills translate to almost everything else we do
100%.
As a human, which is really great. So let's talk then about how are you getting the word out? What do you guys do here at Guitar Ninjas to let the community know that you're here?
Sure. So we use 3 platforms to market, more or less. We use Google AdWords, of course. You know, everybody does.
Great.
We use Yelp. That's a big driver for us, but our third avenue and my favorite is Peachjar by far.
That's awesome.
We started using Peachjar about a year ago to promote our new location, which we're sitting in right here in Glendale, California. And I didn't know of the platform. We sent out basically a survey on Facebook, the Glendale Moms group on Facebook, saying, where do you guys look for music lessons? Where would you look for music lessons? And somebody said Peachjar. We looked it up, and like when I saw the website, I was like, this is literally what I've been looking for the past 5 years. And we ran a campaign, and the first campaign, we got 50 leads, no doubt. We got 50 leads. It was like amazing. So the staff over there has been great, very easy to work with, and I mean, I can't speak enough praises about this platform. I mean, I'm all in. We're opening all of our locations in the future based around Peachjar.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
That's pretty serious.
I'm not kidding.
Well, that's awesome. What an endorsement. That's wonderful. And that's good to hear that you have a good experience too. Like when you call in, you mentioned when you call in, you need help or anything like that. We pride ourselves on our customer service and our support. Right. And we only exist because you exist. And we're also really happy to hear from organizations that are talking about scaling like that around Peachjar, and that we're part of their marketing strategy because you're part of ours.
Sure.
Which is
it's a team.
It's a team, right? Like we're just as proud to help small businesses like Guitar Ninjas scale and grow as you are to scale and grow your own business, probably.
Yeah.
Like that means a lot to us. And then working out at the school site, like I said, on the other end of the computer, I was the one that for years received your flyers from community organizations that would come in, and I would have to click approve and send them out to my community. And so now working at Peachjar, it's kind of come full circle for me. I get to see all facets of the business and the difference that we're all making together. No one can do without the other.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about, if you wouldn't mind, also exploring just a little bit for other organizations that might be out there saying, wow, I tuned in on use Yelp or Google. Like, how do you lean into those platforms?
Yeah, so AdWords is something I've been using, literally since the inception of Guitar Ninjas. And I just type in, or I pay for clicks on specific keywords. So let's just say guitar lessons, Burbank, California, right, which is where our mothership location is. Right. I try and bid the highest for that key phrase entered into Google, and we usually get pretty good results from that. Yelp is kind of a necessary evil, so to say. But we do an aggressive campaign with our clientele to try and get them to leave a review, and then we pay to be featured on Yelp. So they do sponsored ads at the top of their Yelp searches, and that plus the organic reach that we get, because we're pretty consistently number one on Yelp, gets us a lot of clicks.
That's awesome. So tell me then, we've maybe touched on a couple of ways somebody could connect with you through Yelp, but what are some of the other ways that maybe an interested family or interested students are looking to connect with Guitar Ninjas? How do they find you?
Sure, very simple. It's guitarninjas.com, just Guitar Ninjas, all one word, .com. There's a contact us form on there. We also have an Instagram. It's guitar_ninjas. And if you need to message me directly, it's jason@guitarninjas.com.
Wow, that's easy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, definitely hit them up. I've been really impressed just coming here and seeing the studio and the spaces that you guys have created here. And you have other locations.
Yep, we have 3 locations, hopefully opening a 4th this year. Yeah.
No way. Where? All right, so all 3 locations.
In Southern California.
Okay.
As of right now. So we have our main location is in Burbank.
Yep.
And then we're sitting in our second location right here in Glendale. And we have another location in Orange County, in the city of Orange.
In the city of Orange,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to have to stop in there and check that out.
That's cool.
That's totally rad. Mm-hmm. All right, so hey, let's talk about what we're holding here. So what do you got guitar-wise?
Nothing close to as nice as yours. One of our student guitars that we keep around the school is just a Mitchell acoustic $100 acoustic guitar.
That's awesome.
Guitar.
That's great. So students, what if they don't have an instrument and
they come in and use these? Yeah, that's why we have them. We have basses and ukuleles and drums and everything, and we just keep it easy.
That's totally awesome. Yeah, I am playing a Martin, which I guess like if they were hanging on our wall, this would be the more expensive instrument.
Slightly.
It really depends on the player a lot too, right?
Yeah.
So somebody that doesn't have the skill set can take a $6,000 guitar and it's not going to sound so great. Somebody that has really good chops like yourself, take a $100 guitar and make that sound pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite guitar?
Well, it fluctuates. I have a lot of guitars, but right now I have a 2014 Gibson SG that, for whatever reason, it just sings. You know what I mean? It's not by any means my most expensive guitar, but it is just a wonderful instrument.
Isn't that funny how that works? How many guitars do you have personally? Okay.
I
know, right?
20, 25.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think I was up to 12 or 16. I lost track too. I've pared down quite a bit now over the years.
And that's where I don't need anymore.
Yeah, you don't need any more, but do you have one that you want?
Oh, I want the Holy Grail. I'd love to have a 58 or 59 Les Paul.
Okay.
I recently just acquired a 56 Les Paul Jr.
No way.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
It's history, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But yeah, the 59 Les Paul or 58 Les Paul, I'd like just for the history of it.
Yeah, that's rad. I'm an acoustic guy. Are you primarily electric or you
I'm
acoustic?
primarily an electric guy. I mean, I love playing acoustic.
Yeah.
I have a Jumbo Deluxe.
Nice.
I just love those. It sounds
Sweet.
so great. And I have a Taylor, I have a 310CE, 2001 310CE, which is aged really nicely.
That's good.
But I'm primarily an electric guitar player. I just like the feel of them in my hands, but I love acoustic guitar as well.
That's rad. Yeah, I've been playing for a while, and I've kind of varied. I started out more electric, and the band that I was in, a punk rock ska band, was definitely on the electric side of things. But then, I don't know, I just migrated back to acoustic, and I've kind of been acoustic for a number of years. I have 3 favorites. They're all Martin. 2 mahogany guitars and 1 more traditional orchestra model like Sitka spruce, but I just love the way,
Yeah, beautiful.
you know, they just that blues. They just sound so great.
You ever been out to the Martin Factor?
I haven't in Nazareth,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. No, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky
It's
guy.
cool.
That's awesome.
You know they'll take your they'll fix any Martin guitar.
So rad.
Yeah, they'll take it back and fix it. It's really.
I got to do a pilgrimage out to Nazareth. I've been to Taylor. You've been to Taylor? Because that's not too far. El Cajon.
Yeah. That's El Cajon. Yeah,
El Cajon, yeah, San Diego. So that's not far. So that's another great factory tour. And Fender and Gibson. Fender's not too far, right?
Fender, the custom shop's down in Corona.
Yeah, Corona.
But Fender was actually started down near you.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Fullerton area.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Have you ever been to the custom shop?
Yeah.
Sweet. You do all the cool stuff. Well, that's rad. I can't thank you enough for taking the time to hang out with us and tell us a little bit more about Guitar Ninjas and kind of share that story out with the world, because it is so important for people to be able to see a personality and real people behind the flyers that, you know, out at the school sites that we're approving. As a parent, I'm a parent too, and I receive Peachjar flyers. It's great to be able to connect a community organization that I'm receiving flyers for back to something real and something tangible. So I can't thank you enough for taking the time this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I mean, you guys have been amazing to work with, for sure. And you know, we're just thankful for you guys and literally all the parents that click on those ads.
That's awesome.
You know, we appreciate it, because it's, you know what I mean, it's a family-run business, and we're just trying to get better every day, and you know, we're happy to serve, and this is what we want to do.
So sweet. Well, I think we should do a little jam.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right on.
Sweet, brother. All right, that's good. Now we just got to record it.
Now we have to
Totally
get it.
kidding.